Hello, thanks for joining Independence Realty Group with Coldwell Banker Realty. So tonight we've got a very special edition of our show. We are going to do a video walkthrough of an amazing listing that Jack has that you really have to see, preferably in person, but since this home is going to appeal to people from all over, we wanted to do a video first, and then you can reach out to Jack and get more details. But
just want to welcome everyone. I'm Jack Garber, Constance Spencer from Independence Realty Network, and we are really pleased to show you 37 Summer Street.
So, the interesting detail about this house is that I have in the past been the listing agent, and Jack brought the buyer, and now we work together. And so I have noticed that there's been a lot of upgrades while keeping the unique charm of the house. So do you want to talk about the history of the house?
Just a brief history. The house was built in 1875. It was commissioned by the Army for the procuring officer for the Army to open up Dover, New Hampshire for trade, build a hospital, build nurses' quarters, and during that time he built a home for himself. We're in that home right now. Home was ultimately turned over to the first surgeon in Dover. His name was Dr. Hayes. Thus, this property is known as the Hayes Mansion. We call it the Gem of Dover. If you look at the layout of the house, you can see how this worked out perfectly as a doctor's office. The parlor on this side was the waiting room for patients. The first of the 4 stained glass windows in the home are in the parlor.
Yeah, it's evening now, so you can't really see how gorgeous that window is.
And if we cross the hall to the doors, was the doctor's surgery or his operating room, which is now turned into a library. Years.
Oh, if the camera can really pick up. But do you know the exact measurement of the ceilings?
I believe they're 10 foot.
I'm just under 6 feet. There's yeah.
This was the doctor's office next to the fireplace. Desk sat here, and everything that I'm telling you about the history of this home is a result of me meeting descendants of all of the previous occupants of the house. Actually, from the time Dr. Hayes owned the home until present time, there's only been 5 families who have lived in the home. And I can tell you that descendants have come to see what's the condition of the home is and what the improvements of the home is from the time that they lived here. So I'm told that this was the first indoor bathroom in Dover. Around the turn of the century, it was discovered that physicians were spreading disease by having dirty hands. And so the Dr. Hayes had a bathroom installed in his office here where he could, between patients, clean his hands.
Do you know when they came in through the front door, not the side porch? Because the side porch is
the side porch has been added over the years. So this is probably not where they entered. The address is 37 Summer Street. However, the main entrance was on the other street on the other side was Elm Street. And when mail delivery began, the U.S. Post Office put the mailbox on the Summer Street side, and therefore it was assigned a Summer Street address rather than the other side, which was the main entrance. Just as equally amazing as the front entrance is the original main entrance, which is across the hall. As we're walking towards the main entrance, I just want to point out one other thing, and that is I'm told that this was the location of the first indoor telephone in Dover for the doctor to be able to be on call and get called. And notice it's underneath the grand staircase. But this side was the original entrance to it, as I understand it.
Beautiful entrance.
Yeah, another beautiful entrance, actually. So, in answer to your question, I believe patients probably came in through this entrance and then into the waiting room over here.
Okay.
While we're on this side, this was the dining room, which is a grand spectacle in and of itself. There are 3 working fireplaces. This is the third. The other was in the parlor when we walked in. The second was in the former office of the doctor.
So the probably the biggest change that I've seen is this next room. When I was
this is the brand.
Yeah.
The original floor. There's only one door, which is on this side. And the only door was through the butler's pantry. So the dishes and silverware are stacked in the cabinets, the built-in cabinets that are still here.
Yeah, and that's a warming radiator. Yeah, down there.
And that's the only door that we now, this is a brand new addition.
Yep.
This is just completed in the last couple of months. Never been used.
You can tell the oven's still got the stickers. And the new porch.
Right. And also a newly constructed porch.
We looked around before we started. I love how the yard has come back from when a few years ago. It was just covered in overgrown plants, and now you can see the patio and how functional the living space is out here. I couldn't hear you yet.
While we're discussing improvements in the home, this home has a lead-free certificate. All the walls, windows went through a complete lead abatement program. It was paid for partially by the owners and partially by the state of New Hampshire. In addition to that, all the electrical wiring in the house is circuit breaker. There are 2 circuit breaker boxes in the basement, a 200 amp and a 100 amp. That just covers the kitchen. There is all of the plumbing has also, in the past couple of months, been rehab. There is no longer any
No.
well,
Oh, no, oh, iron, sorry.
cast iron cast iron too. There is no knob and tube possible.
Yeah.
That's the one. As we go through the home, you'll see that that there is presently a contract for the replacement of all the wired smoke detectors in the house. And you're also going to see that there's a couple of areas in the house that are still being remodeled as we stand here today. And that's principally 2 of the bathrooms. They're under contract for completion. We expect the completion, the bathrooms, the 2 bathrooms to be completed within the next week or 2, certainly prior to any closing. Also, we've gone through the house. We've asked the owner to replace 13 window panes so that we know that there are no cracked or broken windows. All the wood floors have been refurbished, as you can see, they're beautifully shiny. We've also added in the basement a walkout area into the lower garden area. There are 6 parking spaces on the driveway in this outside the basement area. Plenty of street parking as well. I also mentioned that as part of remediation efforts, any and all bacterial growth that might have been in the basement has been dealt with and eliminated from the home.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's too dark to really do.
It is too dark.
And our second stairs and the mural is really interesting. It's a little dark, but even those photos.
There's a back staircase from the kitchen up to what used to be the maid's quarters, and at some point in history of the home, there's been a beautiful mural painted on those walls.
And actually, not the woman.
But you get the women.
Yeah. So we'll head up the grand staircase.
Now, during the 1900s, for approximately 40 plus years, the property was owned by a family known called the Chadwicks. Chadwicks had 4 daughters, and I have seen pictures of the bridal party lined up this staircase for all 4 daughters' weddings. The workmanship on staircase and wood workmanship. Wall upstairs is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, definitely a wow factor here. And these windows, they're so, doing it in the evening is a nice to see how bright it is, but during the day when these windows are all lit up, it's amazing.
This being the second floor. The back left windows.
The rounded edge, like a
Two closets. And interesting feature is
the ironing board.
the ironing board. Shows it.
I don't remember seeing it. People should tell what people have.
A lot of stuff here.
That's a little flutter.
This is a extra office or study a room for the next child.
That would be a great, you know, you needed more closet space, dressing room too. Our nursery. Is it so close to the primary? This will be the other one.
This would be the other bedroom. And as you can see, this bedroom does have an ensuite. That is one of the two bathrooms that is still being refurbished. Again, that contract is already set, and
this one has a
beautiful closet. I do mention that that is a pedestal speaker that goes in just with the move, pending the completion of that work.
lots of room here.
The home is being heated. The furnace was new in 2006. It's been serviced almost every year since that time. One of the unique aspects of this home is over the last 22 years, the home has only been occupied about 3 of those years. And that was as a result of another physician, Dover physician, and who owned the home for a period of time and went through a divorce. Home was given to his wife, who we understand, and she never moved in. This is the smallest of the bedrooms. By the way, has and some cans left over from
Yeah, this is a good size. Say it's the smallest, it's
huge.
It's huge. And I love the fact that they share this bathroom.
Sure.
So.
Oh, it's a job. Ensuite for both of these.
And obviously you have to like tune in to see the follow up. Although I love the brown room. I love the big closet in the other room. But this one having its own private bathroom. Being a little further setback from the street would also make a great primary bedroom. So it's really something. And the 2 closets.
Huge.
Yeah.
And throughout, certainly for the period, it's so unusual to see construction of closets this far. And the built-ins in the various rooms inside that closet are original.
Yeah. King size version. And then down here, the less glamorous part of the house. But there's sure nice closets.
These are 2 linen closets, and over here is a cedar closet.
So more functional.
And a full bath over here. So this floor has 2 half baths, full bath here.
This is very different.
This is where the back staircase leads to from below. So this So in the main bedroom. And large enough.
This room looks going.
Yeah.
It's very much neglected spot of the house. As the former dark room.
Across the way.
Yeah, I can get that one.
We've now roughed in another set of plumbing fixtures. Now this is the only room that will not be converted as a drain on the other side for toilet, washer, dryer that could go in this room. So it is versatile for the next owner to decide what they want to do with this room, and that is it can be a bathroom or it can be the laundry room if they decide to use the other room that was the maid sleeping quarters as either a laundry or as another kitchen.
I just put a combo. They sell a washer dryer combo.
Yeah.
That would work perfect. You just need regular clean.
Yep.
You could do both. You could have a toilet and laundry.
Right. So that's all plumbed for. In fact, that or not roughing all been completed.
So there's enough space eventually for somebody to have a shower to be bigger, but do you think or will?
Yeah,
Big room.
We believe at one time there was a closet in
Yeah.
this location. The plumbing still is active and it's sitting on the floor here. We don't intend to put in a tub during our refurbishing. The owners not planning to put the tub in, I should say. And that that's because it will block this doorway. We don't know when this doorway was put in, but probably it was put in after the tub was removed from this area. So certainly the next lucky owner of this property can make a decision if they want to put a shower or another in this.
Because this isn't really here.
No, it's over here.
Yeah, so I mean, if you could possibly put
Right,
a shower here.
That's just it's been lifted while the floor.
They have like the rounded corner ones.
Right. So there's a lot of things they.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things, but like I said, present owner is going to reach out for the next owner to make a decision. It's likely that we'll leave a piece of furniture in this location, so at least no one's going to trip over that house.
Now we have a whole other floor.
Again, grand staircase continues. And there's another story about this floor. People who've been in this house for from its history tell me that the bedrooms we're about to see didn't exist, that this was a ballroom during the heyday of the house. Anyway, at some point, 4 more bedrooms were put up in this area in this home. Again, one of the 4 bedrooms. There are 4 more fireplaces up here. They have been blocked off. So they're not operating now. The chimneys are still on the roof. If the next owner decided they wanted to put in like wood burning stoves or anything like that in these rooms, certainly a liner could be inserted up through the chimney.
A lot of really cool, like, electric fireplaces. You could just sit in there and not have to use the chimneys at all.
This is a real interesting area. I'm often asked why these stairs are here, and I don't know. And nobody's been able to answer that, but this area is certainly another seating area. And over here is a hide and go seek area for children. Above there, that the camera just shot, is the entrance to the cupola. And the cupola is like the windows that are up above the peak of the home, and with a ladder you can move up through there. As you can see, because so many people who come touring the house ask if they can go up there. We have the
It's open now.
The doorway.
Yeah, because I don't think we ever opened it
No, yeah,
before. Well, the bigger one, we went up there.
right.
But yeah.
So again, 4 bedrooms up here. This is one of the larger bedrooms on this floor.
Again, it looks so much better than it did before. It was quite.
That's another.
It needed some.
Fresh paint on all of these walls.
I think this one may have been a previous owner's schoolroom or something.
As we come down the hall, you're going to notice that there's a new bathroom that's going in on this floor. This floor has 4 bedrooms, did not have a bathroom. So one of the things that we decided as the realtors, that if you have 4 bedrooms, you've got to have a bathroom for that. The owner has complied, and under construction in what was a closet is now a 3/4 bath that will be completed again within the next 2 weeks.
I'm excited
So,
to see this one. Yeah.
Shower, sink, and toilet, and it also has its own radiator for heat.
There was some type of a bath here at one point, though, wasn't there?
Yeah, it was not operable.
Yeah.
Again, part of taking all the cast pipe out of the home, there was cast pipe that did come up here previously, so we ripped all that out and put in PVC pipe all the way through. So we have great. And the temporary storage for the toilet that goes in there, and that's the radiator that goes in. It's not. You can't find a place where it is all the way to the kitchen, and it's copper lined.
Oh.
So our suspicion is that it was just a wood bin for up here, for the third
Rather than
floor.
having to bring up there.
Yeah, because none of the other rooms have a all. So and because the ceiling below us was totally replaced during the remodel, we never saw that come up again. And of the 4 bedrooms up here, again, not so small, but this is smallest, and a king size bed would easily fit in this room as well. You saw where there was some plywood in front of the other fireplaces, the other rooms up here. That's what it looked like before we put the plywood front on.
And even a closet.
And the closet for the bedroom.
Are you gonna show them the stairs?
The stairs to the attic.
Yeah.
Can't
There's,
do that.
oh wait, there's.
The attic is incredibly clean. It has spray, that's on,
Yeah.
it has spray foam insulation, and it does have a door out to the slate tile roof, all in great shape. And as we mentioned before, we take you down to the basement, but it's a little too dark to actually film anything at this time. But it's open and clear and clean, and it is a full basement.
And very high
And-
ceilings.
Very high ceilings and also poured floor in that in the basement. Interestingly enough, there are three openings to the outside, walkout openings to the outside. I'm told by people who remember that was used for the stables in the house.
Which would be why there's no carriage house, because it was
Exactly
built in.
right. The carriage house was built in, yeah, and they use that area as a stable underneath, directly underneath the house.
And the location is so great too. Like,
This is the center of Dover.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of Dover, walking distance to restaurants, coffee shops, pubs. The entire life of Dover sits just within 2 blocks of here.
the interesting thing is that we're here, it's a nice day in October. I mean, it's jacket weather.
Yes.
We're right next to, like, one street over from the main, and it's so quiet in here. Like, there's been no noise from the outside the whole
Right.
time we've been in here.
What I'm always amazed, because I'm in here, many times day and night, and winter, summer, and the like, is the ability for this house to maintain a median temperature. So it whether it's the walls that
Right, so
are plastered,
Yeah.
little type of plaster, and or whatever it is, the house itself is always cool in the summer and seems to be warm in the winter. So it's just it's as we call it, the gem of Dover.
the gardens are also beautiful.
Beautiful garden.
Anything else? Any favorite parts that you want to make sure?
Look, I have a lot of favorite parts
Yeah.
to the house. But I think we've walked through it. It's something that anybody who would be interested in the house, it's a sight to behold. While it has an incredible history, it's not registered as a historical property.
Right, so they can.
So modifications, if anyone chose to do any modifications, they don't have to go through the red tape of it being a historical property.
So far, I mean, every house I've sold in Dover, anytime I have to contact the city, they've been really friendly, very easy to get a hold of. answer questions.
Yeah, and the incredible when it comes to that, and very aggressive with their desire to please the property owners
Right.
as opposed to regulate the property owners.
Some other towns that we won't mention.
Yeah, we're not going to mention those towns.
I think it's really cool. We I don't know if you caught that's the bathroom door. I love that it's got the privacy glass that it let
Yes,
through
it is.
1 and 3 installed.
Yeah, that is the bathroom door, and that's the closet that we took out to put the shower in there. You see that?
Yeah.
So that's going to be a closet that goes. When we're finished.
Every house needs something like that.
Yeah, that's right. I just want to also mention, while I'm not superstitious, I'm probably more spiritual. I've never felt the presence of a ghost day or night in the house. So a lot of people come in and they ask if the house is haunted. If it is,
They're not bugging you.
they don't bug me. So it's never happened, but it certainly would make an incredible house for any kind of party.
Yeah. You were saying earlier, murder mystery.
Murder mystery weekend.
Yeah.
Got enough bedrooms. You have that gorgeous parlor and
the kitchen is great. I mean, there's multiple doors, so catering can come in.
That's right. Yeah.
And my kid, who is here hiding, said that this little stairs area would make a great fall pit. So I don't know, if a family with a bunch of kids wants to move in, they can test that theory.
So, my phone number is 603-274-9010. If anyone has any questions about the home, they can contact me by telephone. My email address is very simple. It's my name, jack.garber, Garber, @cbrealty.com. And I will be happy to answer any questions that anybody may have about this local property.
And you can also find it by going to Independence Realty NH on the front page. It's a featured list. And all your contact information is there as well.
My contact information is there. And I also understand that it is now a featured home on the CB Realty for New Hampshire.
Excellent. So, hurry, buy the house.
That's it. It's for sale.
Thanks.
Thank you for
Anybody join have questions? Did you see the chat?
No.
Okay.
No chat.
All right.
Thank you, Constance.
All right. Thank you, Jack.
Thank you, Waz.